Iowa trying for its first 7-0 start since 2009 when it went to the Orange Bowl, won 11 games that year. They're in Evanston to face the Northwestern Wildcats with Brian Greasy, Tom Luganville. I'm Dave Pasch. Northwestern won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so Iowa will start with the football. Matt McCucci will kick it deep as the sun shines on a Saturday morning here in the Chicagoland area. Desmond King and Riley McCarron are deep. We'll see how Northwestern bounce back after getting smoked last week in Ann Arbor. This will be a touchback. It will come out to the 25 for the Hawkeyes. And junior quarterback C.J. Beathard, who beat out Jake Rudock in the offseason. Beathard, the grandson of longtime NFL GM Bobby Beathard. He's won all 7 of his career starts. No Iowa quarterback has won his first 8 starts. And Beathard comes in 3rd in the Big Ten in total offense.
It's not going to be easy for C.J. Beathard in this game. This Northwestern defense, the starters anyway, Dave, only gave up 17 points in that 38-0 loss last week against Michigan. So it's not like they are coming in with a disheartening performance from a week ago.
Even with those numbers, they're still 8th in the country in points allowed. Here's Jordan Canzeri, dropped after a 1-yard
pressure off Canzeri.
Yeah, Trey Mason had 46 carries in that game you're talking about for Auburn. Here's a pass play, and it's incomplete. Northwestern has been excellent on 3rd down, just about every category defensively. Here's a wide receiver screen, and the ball's on the ground. It was caught by Jeff Cervinsky is our referee. Lengthy conversation to start the game.
Offside. Defense. Number 17. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Devon Smith is in the game at the bottom of your screen. He was not supposed to play today. He's been out the last 2 games with a knee injury. As Beathard steps up and dumps it off complete. Vandenberg with a first down. Out past the 45-yard line, and now 2 penalty flags fly. A late hit on the Iowa sideline by Travion Henry.
It's a great call from Greg Davis, the offensive coordinator from Iowa. Understanding he's got man coverage from the Wildcats and Pat Fitzgerald trying to get after C.J. Beathard. They run crossing routes in the middle of the field and get Vandenberg wide open.
And Brian, if you're Northwestern, you
play was over. Personal foul. Defense. Number 2. Late hit. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
You're coming off getting
play previous and gives up the big first down conversion.
And again, Iowa was going to be off the field and punting the football. Now they're inside the 40-yard line. The pass deflected. It almost intercepted. Boy, the linebacking core plays very hard for Northwestern. Here's 2nd and 10. Another pass play. Throw is low and incomplete.
You're going to see it until they beat it, and you're going to see in a 3rd and long situation right here, man-to-man again.
You got Tavon Smith at the bottom of the screen. See if Beathard goes that way. Yep, Beathard going for Smith, and Smith with the catch, but a penalty flag down. But he is a threat down the field.
Well, you know Kurt Ferentz comes from the Bill Belichick line of communicating around injuries.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 against each team. Pass interference, offense, number 2. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 98. Penalties offset. Replay, 3rd down.
Wow.
On defense in this drive for Northwestern.
Almost another penalty as a defender looked to be offside. Beathard steps up and overthrows Tavon.
Out and play hard, and they had some mistakes on that first drive. It didn't kill them because they forced a punt inevitably.
Chance though for Iowa to flip the field and pin Northwestern deep. Not a great punt though. Fair catch made in traffic. Northwestern takes over for the first time on offense from its 13-yard line. And the Wildcats are going to run the ball to Justin Jackson, and he is wrapped up after a gain. Thorson to throw here on 2nd down, going for Jackson, who fell to the ground. He did complete the pass.
Very successful against a strong Michigan defense.
Look at Iowa. Everybody's standing up, moving around on that D-line. 3rd down and long. Thorson throws, and it's intercepted at the 25-yard line. Desmond King, his 6th pick already this season. Desmond King leads the Big Ten in the top 4 in the country entering this week. Hawkeyes will run. Canzeri trying to get outside, and he is tattooed in the backfield. Second down and 13. Time for Beathard. And Vandenberg on the catch, but dropped immediately.
Safety or a linebacker.
And they've always had good tight ends here at Iowa. Good pass-catching tight ends. Kittle has 3 touchdowns as Beathard is back to throw on 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket, looking to run inside the 20. And he stepped 36 yards. He is 8 of 9 in the season. High snap. But the kick is good. So Iowa capped the 3rd play from scrimmage. A short kickoff here. Solomon Vault had trouble getting the handle. And Vault dropped at the 15. He said with regard to looking at your cowboy boots, but clearly he was shaken up on that play. On 1st down, they run Justin Jackson. It's another run play on 1st down.
Throw that interception in your own end, and you want to have tempo, but you got to be smart.
On 2nd and 6, Thorson's pass to Jackson is pulled in. He's short of the marker.
Clearly where Jackson can catch it and turn up, you might get a 1st down.
3rd down and 3. Thorson has time, and he's got a receiver. A 1st down. Here's backup running back Warren Long. Only his 37th carry of the season. He doesn't get. He'll throw it here out in the flat on 2nd down. And true freshman Jelani Roberts tackle.
Felt like there wasn't a whole lot of depth up there, and they needed the tempo to win in this game.
Told us we might see some quarterback runs. This is a pass play, and it's knocked down, incomplete. King averages about 16 yards per punt return. And immediately he signaled for the fair catch. Literally as soon as it left some injuries. Connor Cook has been struggling a bit lately. So Iowa takes over after a punt, and Beathard dumps it off to the 30-yard line on a broken tackle. Canzeri past the 40. Finally thrown down. They are rotating backs, though. We saw Mitchell in earlier. This is Akram Wadley, just his 9th carry of the season. Wadley back there again. They got 2 tight ends. Most teams don't even have 1. Iowa uses 2, and sometimes a fullback is Wadley. Although you're in a situation here, run or pass, 3rd down and 2, and they have their heavy package in with multiple tight ends and a fullback. Canzeri broke the tackle at the line of scrimmage, but won't get the 1st down. Keith Watkins was in the backfield first. So it'd be the 2nd punt for Dylan Kidd. And this one will bounce inside the 10.
Some of those kinds of things to take the pressure off my legs.
Thorson's pass batted down by Cole Fisher. Jump. Here's Solomon Vault trying to get to the perimeter. Is their leading tackler coming in. 51 stops on the season. 3rd and 7. Thorson going to be a quarterback draw, and he slipped the tackle. He'll come up short of on the 1st punt. King. Ooh, that was dangerous. That ball. 1st down at the Iowa 30-yard line, leading 3-0 here late in the 1st quarter.
They're asking him to do a lot at the line of scrimmage, checking both in the run and pass game.
Going to hand it off to Canzeri. Canzeri gets about 3 yards. Beathard to the air on 2nd and 7. Moving to his left. Just trying to get positive yardage. And
manage the game and make plays even though you don't have all your playmakers.
They're 1 of 4 on 3rd down. Beathard slides up in the pocket and fires a strike. 1st down with a 42-yard.
Injuries on offense.
You got Wadley in at tailback, and he's straight ahead to the 45-yard line for about 2. You see good defense and win close games. And when they've had great seasons like the Orange Bowl year 2009, that's what they were. Great throw that time by Beathard to Vandenberg.
If you're healthy.
Back to the ground game, and not much there for Wadley. So Akram Wadley and Derek Mitchell will now split reps, and this is Wadley on 2nd down and 9, and he's got the corner. Nobody there for Northwestern. Wadley will take it in. Touchdown, Iowa. A 35-yard run, and what happened on defense there for the Wildcats?
It's a great crack block on the outside, and you missed leverage on the outside. Van Hoos, 23, is the one that needs to keep leverage as you get a crack. You call it on defense a crack replace. They come in with the wide receiver and crack to safety. The corner has to replace. And Van Hoos, just with a mental lapse there. And what you see out of Wadley, a little bit different from LaShawn Daniels, is that speed.
The extra point, I think, missed by Kane. He's missed 9-0. Back to throw. Thorson to the sideline. Overshot Christian Jones. Let's go to Cassidy. Iowa on top, looking to stay undefeated, get to 7-0. Thorson, that pass is through the hands of Christian Jones, incomplete.
Missed all of last year due to injury, but he was the leading receiver for Northwestern in 2013. Just hasn't been able to get on track this year.
Thorson on third down and 10. Pass is tipped, almost intercepted by Desmond King, who already had. King is deep, and not a good punt at all. And it checks up as well. So 80, technically of 87 are here, including Fitz. Play action pass. Beathard in trouble. Dragged down. The ball came out. Was the hand going forward, or he just fumbled it forward? Jalen Prater made the play on Beathard.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here because Prater had him in the
Flag
grass.
on the play.
Now the penalty flag comes out for intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 16. Lost it down.
First and 20. Another pass play. Beathard, a screen to Mitchell. He's free. Inside the Northwestern 45. Hammered out of bounds. Freshman James Daniels. And they moved guard Sean Welsh out to tackle for an injured Ike Butker. Their left tackle is out again. Boone Myers with a stinger. Beathard stepping up on third down and flips it ahead. There's a flag down. Tavon Smith on the catch. He's inside the 10 and he's out of bounds. There's going to be a discussion as to where he stepped out. They're saying at the 10-yard line. Again, a penalty marker though in the backfield.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty.
Injured quarterback.
Four-man rush here for Northwestern, and Beathard in trouble. Down he goes. Shut out the last 5 quarters. Good punt here by Kidd. Schuler going to field it at his 8-yard line. Makes the first guy miss. Deep pass off target intended for Miles Schuler. Extra point. And now 2nd and 10. Thorson rolling out. Throws into traffic where it's broken.
15-yard line, so their field position has been horrible at the start of this game.
Thorson's misfired on his last 7 attempts. On the run again, and this time throws it away. They're averaging. And Iowa may have gotten a piece of that. Brandon Snyder appeared. Iowa's going to run the ball here. We'll get to Lugs in a moment. Wadley shakes a tackle.
But again, Northwestern's defense put in another difficult position.
Quick throw to Vandenberg. Got a block out there. Stayed in bounds. Finally tackled at the 22-yard line. Right now is playing as well offensively as anybody in the country. Wadley breaks tackles. Inside the 5. Steps out. Really until Canzeri got hurt. And they got Adam Cox in at fullback. 1st and goal from the 4. Wadley. Another broken tackle and another Wadley touchdown. Iowa taking advantage of Northwestern turnovers and poor special teams play to take a 15-0 lead. 2nd touchdown for Wadley.
Well, you start to get a sense. Remember the guy Mark Weissman? Remember him?
Yes.
We only learned about him after there were injuries, and he was kind of the last guy off the bench for Iowa. And now you have LaShawn, the redshirt freshman. The only difference is only 240 pounds. So the question is, can
that'll make the defense look good when you drop the football wide open. Here's Jackson, and finally a running lane. Broken tackle and a 1st down. Maybe that'll get
a little bit of jitters. Just hand it to him.
Trying to go up tempo. Thorson, and another drop.
He hasn't touched the football either.
10 straight incompletions for Thorson, all of course not his fault. Diving attempt and unable to hang.
Thing they haven't gone to yet.
Yeah, and that's the problem, Lugs, is that's the teeth, the strength of this defense for Iowa is in the middle.
Thorson being chased, gets outside the pocket and has the first down. 11 straight incompletions and Tom, they're in Iowa territory for the first time. A little play fake. Here's Dan Vitale inside the 35.
Been using all season.
Jackson running to the outside. Flag down. Jackson is down as well. Miles Taylor made sure of that. Slammed to the turf after a gain of about 2 on the play. Yeah, it seems like this year we've had more chop of the senior. He's playing guard. Now it's 2nd down and 20 midway through the 2nd quarter. Short pass out in the flat. And to the 40.
You can't do everything from the quarterback position. You just do your job. That sounded like Belichick, didn't it?
Good answer. On to Cincinnati. 3rd and 15. And this is going to be a deep ball, and a man is there. Play of the game for Northwestern to give the Wildcats a 1st and goal. And they're going to run Jackson. Keeps the feet moving and gets to the 5. Here's a little option football. And Thorson keeping it. And Iowa swarmed. Well, Thorson gonna throw to the end zone. Touchdown! Christian Jones got free, and the Wildcats are on the board. First touchdown catch of the season for Christian Jones.
You got Christian Jones at 235 pounds, a 6'2", matched up on the safety Miles Taylor, who's 6 feet 195, and Jones just uses his strength to get open in the middle of the field.
They had 28 yards of total offense prior to that drive. They went 76 yards in 12 plays, despite numerous drops. On 3rd and 15, a bomb from Thorson.
Half might be a turning point for Clayton Thorson.
A short kickoff. Desmond King let it bounce. That's a live ball. Iowa jumped on it at the 17-yard line. The winless Kansas team. C.J. Beathard under center for Iowa on 1st down. Play action pass. Beathard going deep. And this one is intercepted. Travion Henry picks it off. Henry still going. Inside the 30. Thrown down to the 25. Huge momentum. Thorson in trouble. Grabbed and thrown down to the 39. Josie Jewell got a hold of the.
They're going to have something to say about that turnover.
Thorson completes it to Schuler, and a flag down. Cole Fisher came in with a tackle.
You have his hand on a face mask.
Just when Iowa had a play that it needed to make, a mistake here with either a targeting or a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Downs now inside the red zone from the 16-yard line. Thorson throwing again, and underneath to Jackson to the.
Not only as a quarterback, but the other players around him, and knowing that, yeah, I got to make this catch.
Jackson gets the carry between the tackles near the 1st down. A pair of ranked teams squaring off in Evanston as Jackson is wrapped up at the ankles. Defensive player of the year in college football. 2nd and goal. Jackson down to about 3rd down and goal. The pitch to Jackson. Looking for a cutback lane. It's not there. Brought down by on for a 20-yard field goal try. 10 straight points for Northwestern. And this kickoff will go out of bounds. Huge mistake. So
I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Pat Fitzgerald's the head coach here and how much respect they have for him. Coach Barnett back, and so many guys from that team come back.
Screen pass off the fingertips of Mitchell.
Quarterback, he didn't get a lot of credit, but he's a heck of a player as well.
3rd down and 8. Beathard. And he's hobbling, lost the ball. He fumbled it forward. It went out of bounds. Remember, Iowa missed an extra point. Now this punt heading way out of bounds. And restored, if not all the way, most of the way. He's in trouble in the backfield, though, and he's sacked. Jaleel Johnson, another in a long line of terrific defensive tackles that have played here at Iowa. He's a junior.
Compete in the Big Ten, go the rest of this season undefeated, and get to the Big Ten championship.
They run Solomon Vault.
Schedule has benefited significantly from that change.
Yeah, they don't play Michigan State, as you said. They don't play Ohio State or Penn State this year either. They have the weakest Power 5 schedule among the remaining undefeated teams. Thorson brought down at the 16. Iowa's going to call another timeout, forcing it. Hawkeyes come after this one, and this is a line drive. I don't think King saw it with the sun in his eyes.
Get back 15 yards when you punt.
Beathard to throw on 1st down to this sideline to Vandenberg. He'll step out.
Supposed to make your make.
2nd and 2. And Beathard. What a catch! They're going to run a play. Beathard. Incomplete.
Quarterback, I need yards here. I don't need to get a touchdown. I just want to make it an easier field goal attempt.
Beathard out of the backfield. Mitchell. 9 seconds to go. Beathard steps up and takes a seat, calls a timeout. I think he saw 34-yard try. And the kick is no good. He missed it wide to the left. For the 3rd quarter. And here's Vault on the return for Northwestern. Across the 20-yard line. Hurdles a defender. And gets to the 37.
These defenses have been impressive. Who plays well in the second half is going to go a long way in who wins the game.
Thorson hits consecutive incompletions. And Thorson's got a wide open man down the side.
Otherwise, you're going to run out of bounds.
So Thorson will throw on 3rd down and 2. They come out with 3 straight pass plays, and they get the 1st down. McHugh into Iowa territory at the 5-1 on the year, trying to bounce back after a 38-0 loss at Michigan last week. Justin Jackson grabbed at the on 2nd and 7. Thorson back to the air, and receiver.
Minnesota out of the West already. 2 favorites coming in.
Pass behind the intended receiver.
On the edge, on the boundary, that's a completion and a 1st down and inside the 35-yard line.
Nicewander has had a struggle today punting the football, and this one goes into the end zone for Alabama. Akram Wadley gets the call on 1st down, in for the injured Jordan Canzeri, and he's close to 100 yards.
The crack replace, and right off the bat, Van Hoos misses another tackle.
And Wadley's right at 100 after 24 yards there. Here's Vandenberg, gets a great block from Hillier out there.
Quick ball out of his hand. Nice run. Take the pressure off his legs.
Handoff here on 2nd down and 4. They're going to run behind that 250-pound fullback, and it's an easy 1st down.
Symphony. That's a word I don't normally hear with a big offensive lineman.
Here's Mitchell on the cutback inside the 30-yard line.
One cut and go downhill. That's the key in this outside zone system that Iowa loves, is a back like Canzeri and Wadley that can get upfield fast.
Canzeri was hurt in the 1st half. Mitchell pushing the pile to the 22. Got talked about his lack of health, but he's been in 2nd and medium, 3rd and short most of the day, and He's going to be in 3rd and short here, 3rd and 1 again. They got 3rd and 1 last time running the ball. 3rd down and 2. They got the fullback in there. They run behind him again. Wadley has the 1st down. It's rare to see a fullback anymore in college football and a tight end, and Iowa's got both of them. That's considered unique in this day and age of college football. A tackle for both tight ends there on the right side of the formation. Throw to the other side. It's caught by Hillier. He's gotten a handful of snaps as he was trying to call timeout there, Beathard, but they run the play, and Beathard has a 1st down. 1st and goal. So 1st and goal. Adam Cox, the backup fullback, is in. They'll run behind him. Wadley is in. Touchdown, Iowa. That allowed a 100-yard rusher. And remember, they played against Christian McCaffrey, who might be a Heisman candidate, week 1. They shut him and the entire Stanford offense down in that game. One after making straight losing seasons too. Joe Madden takes over. They win 97 games. Now the ball's on the ground. A mishandle of the exchange, and Iowa recovers. Thorson and Jackson weren't on the same page. And Jaleel Johnson with a fumble recovery.
Well, you mentioned it, between the quarterback and Jackson. Thorson and Jackson, you look like Thorson wanted to pull that ball out. You just have to be decisive. You can't have indecision when you're running that zone read. This was going to be a quarterback power on the inside, and he looked like he tried to pull it, and Jackson felt like he was going to have it, and a costly turnover for Northwestern.
Well, if Iowa scores a touchdown, the game's probably over. Wadley to the 15 and dragged down in there on 2nd down and 3, and it's a bubble screen to Vandenberg. Inside the 5, dives, but he stepped out. Definitely stepped out, as you saw. 1st and goal. Here's Wadley looking for his 4th touchdown. He's in. Akram Wadley makes it 29-10, Iowa.
Well, we've been calling Akram Wadley's name consistently, but he needs to give an assist, a big assist to his fullback, Adam Cox, Macon Pleva. They are destroying the Northwestern linebackers. There's Adam Cox right there on the safety, Travion Henry. Every single positive rushing play that Iowa's had in the 2nd half has been preceded by a huge block by a fullback.
Remember, Jordan Canzeri last week had 43 carries for Iowa.
But today, these 30 points from Iowa have been all on this Northwestern first-team defense.
Just 6 at halftime has opened up a 20-point lead. Does Northwestern have the firepower to come back from 3 scores down? Here's Vault on the return. He gets drilled to the 20-yard line.
Just to Landis, Garrett, to Mike Anderson. And when you insert it back in this system, as you see a completion there to the...
And obviously not knowing the status of Canzeri, but knowing that it's not good with a boot on the left foot as Vault offensive line, but he has to because of injuries. As on 3rd and 1, they pick it up with Solomon Vault.
Strong as he will be, but they feel really good about his prospects of being a great player.
Thorson steps up and runs and slides to the 38.
Inside the tackles, he just hasn't done a whole lot.
Thorson's pass is dropped.
I wonder if he's looking back into the sun. You can see the shadows going right to left, and he's looking probably back into that sun, but got to make those plays.
3rd down and 3. Thorson being chased from behind and throws it away.
Great edge rush as a true sophomore, and Ben Neiman. This linebacking core in the next couple of years for Iowa is going to be fantastic.
That takes a Northwestern hop. Certainly the best thing that's happened to the
linebacker in college football that wants to do that on a consistent basis.
He's not a secret when he's on the field. Gets a block there. Look at Pleva out there. And Pleva back there again. They run behind him again. And this time Northwestern able to bottle up.
I still think is Baylor, because they've been the most impressive team to me so far in this season.
Beathard stepping up on 3rd down,
and now we can start to see some of these interconference games, interdivisional games that are really going to go a long way in determining who the best 4 teams are.
Mitchell running outside. Stays in
the football in the 4th quarter and seal games, and the loss to West Virginia and Michigan State. That was the issue, not this year.
Passes off.
State family.
Well, they're the only of my 4 teams that I picked to make the playoff that has any shot, since I had Auburn in there. As Beathard throws a punter for a long time. Fielded it by Schuler, and down he goes. Third down, 20 points. Thorson. And Thorson on second down. Running for his life again. Better than solid. Maybe we should give more credit than that based on what we've seen here. Thorson steps up on 3rd and 10. Will run for the first down.
Then they can put their hand down, rush the quarterback, and they've got size.
Sliding catch, playing without Drew Ott, their best pass rusher, as there's a huge hit on the quarterback. The ball is out. It's recovered by Iowa. Josie Jewell absolutely torched Clayton Thorson. Nathan Budgeta was the first to pounce on the football for the Hawkeyes.
Well, we talk about those hybrids, and Josie Jewell is a true sophomore at 6'2", 230 pounds. He's one of them. Here he is right here. He's going to line up. He's just going to come on the inside blitz. And he's unaccounted for. And in that situation, Clayton Thorson has to be aware and know that in an empty set, you can't block it.
Parker Hesse eventually recovered the fumble. How about Iowa blitzing a little bit more, too? This is something on his football team of running the football, playing solid defense. Quick passing game.
Made some changes that I think have really helped him as a football team.
Wadley brought down to the 35-yard line after 3 yards.
Depth as well.
They're 13 minutes away from improving to 7-0 for the first time since 2009 when they won their first 9 games. Beathard trying to dump it off. He was talking to Mitchell. Mitchell catches it and runs inside the 20. All the way down to the 11-yard line. To go to
It kind of reminded me of the little Jake the Snake. You know, I mean, he just kind of finds his way around and then keeps his eyes downfield.
There's the same number that Jake Plummer wore. He's to the 6-yard line. 7-0 as a starter. No Iowa quarterback has won his first 8 starts. Wadley knocked it.
Let their quarterback grow as well.
Play action on 3rd down. Beathard hit again, incomplete. This is a 22-yard attempt. He makes this one to make it 33. Kane kicking off here. And Solomon Vault bring it out across the 10. Vault steps out around the 20.
Moving pieces there. They played great today.
All the offensive linemen you ever play with are rolling their eyes right now as that pass is.
He was until you just said that.
Thorson flushed out. Flag down. Thorson has the first down. Scoots out of play at the 37. Eric Olson, the right tackle, appeared to have a hold of an Iowa player. We talked with Kirk Ferentz about that, and he thought the team 2 years ago was actually a pretty good team. They won 8 games, but over the last 4 years, they were 19-21 in conference games. But they're looking at 3-0 and 7-0 in the Big Ten to the Orange Bowl and won it. Thorson's pass incomplete.
They have that running game and that defense, and smart play from C.J. Beathard. I don't know who's going to beat them.
They don't play Michigan, Michigan State, or Ohio State. Their catch made at the 27-yard line. As Iowa's going to try to just run out the clock here, leading 33-10. Wadley's got 4 touchdowns. There's a penalty flag down as Wadley's well over 100 yards. He got about 20 on that play, but let's see if it comes back.
You had a chance to look at the numbers for C.J. Beathard. Not
Holding. Offense.
Another run play and a lot of running room again for Wadley. Can he get touchdown number 5? Dropped at the 37-yard. Doubled over 193 yards. He had 35 yards on the season. Big running lane for Mitchell. Inside the 15 down to the.
So they got a great 1-2 punch in their 3rd and 4th back.
And they're going to get Daniels back for their next game. Here's Mitchell, spins out of a tackle and is in for the Iowa touchdown.
Eric Mitchell, the ball carrier.
So Canzeri is out. Don't know how long he'll be out. Daniels is out. He's expected to return, but they've found something with Akram, Wadley, and Derek Mitchell. That ball crosses a plane. That's a touchdown. 5 rushing touchdowns today against the Northwestern team that was 8th in the country in points allowed. I was about to get its 40th point.
You see Kurt Ferentz talking to both those guys. He had Wadley and Mitchell there, and he's, sometimes you don't know what you have until you get them out there and you let them run and let them perform. Each of those guys had less than 8 carries coming into this game for the season, so they didn't know a whole lot about them. Find something out today.
40-10.
Controlling the clock. That's been their recipe for quite some time.
On first down, started the season finale last year for Northwestern against Illinois. Flushed out of the pocket here. Flag down and another drop. This one by Vitale. Penalty is on Northwestern.
Now, a lot of upperclassmen, juniors, seniors, and when you have that, and then you have those classes depart within a year or two, you have a season like this.
It's interesting too is Oliver throws deep here out of bounds as a flag comes in. They average, Iowa, over the last 5 years, 5 players drafted per year. So, and a lot of that is offensive and defensive linemen, but guys don't leave early here. They stay. Occasionally, guys will leave after their junior season. You rarely see anybody leave after 3 seasons as a redshirt sophomore. But Kirk Ferentz has a pretty good track record of sending players to the NFL, most in the Big Ten since 2011, 22 players.
Yeah, and I was talking with Gary Barnett on the field before the game about this, and said, and the other thing is you got to think about the spike that they get in recruiting from something like what happens in 2009. They go to the Orange Bowl and they have a good season, and then all of a sudden Kirk Ferentz can recruit a little bit better. But I got to be honest, guys, there's a couple players, not just a couple, there's a handful of players on this Iowa team now that are true sophomores that are playing a lot of snaps and meaningful. There's some Youngtown here as well on this team.
Oliver's pass is dropped.
These spots that they rely on, like the running back position, like the linebacker position, it makes a difference.
Well, Luke's there for Kurt Ferentz.
Oliver's pass as Oliver drops to pass again here, and this one's off target.
Iowa doesn't play any of them.
Oliver on 3rd down and long, out of bounds.
They've won in Kurt Ferentz.
Another bad punt by Niswan. Mitchell trying to get outside, does. Up to the 27-yard line.
It's a chance to win it at the end, and you threw 3 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. Can you imagine how good we would be if you just protect the football? And he's really taking that to heart.
That's a big gain into North.
Big key for people watching this game, Iowa fans, was getting Jake Rudock in and allowing him to compete with Shane Morris, and eventually he won the job, and now he's protecting the football and managing the offense. And I think they, to start C.J. Beathard, really gave him the space and the opportunity to assume the leadership role on this team, and that's gone.
Struggled to handle protection up front, vastly affected quarterback Connor Cook, and as we've talked about,
I think the Spartans are going to win in Ann Arbor. Play fake. Uyghur's rolling out. Incomplete. I mean, carted off and you get that boot on. You know it's serious. Question is it season ending? And Iowa's been pretty coy about the injury. Handed off to the fullback Kulik here with a minute to go. And just give it to Kulik, the fullback again. Let's go to 7-0 for the first time since 2009 when the Hawkeyes started 9-0.